Contrary to popular belief, in the waistband carry is actually not the only way you can conceal carry a firearm. And today I'm talking about why I hate concealed carrying in the waistband. How's it going, guys? And welcome to another episode of Coffee Talk. My name is Chad and this is the Hopeful Homestead. You're out here right now at my little campsite I built next to my tiny cabin on wheels I parked out on my family's 21-acre homestead, what we're calling the Hopeful Homestead. And in this series of videos, I like to sit here with a cup of coffee and talk to all the husbands and dads out there about the difficult things in life. And today, again, we're talking about firearms like we so often do on this channel, and specifically how you choose to carry your firearm. So, in the waistband carry, if you go by what everyone says online, you know, people pretty much bully you into thinking that in the waistband carry for concealed carry is the only proper and effective method of carrying a firearm. And I'm here to tell you that, honestly, depending on where you live, that might not be feasible. And for me, living in South Florida, where for half the year it's incredibly hot and you're sweating like crazy all the time, in the waistband carry is, you know, some people do it, more power to if you can. But for me, I can't stand a big old gun sticking inside of my waistband, pressing up against me when I'm, you know, muggy, hot and sweaty, not to mention how that could damage the gun over time. It's just not advantageous. And honestly, will lead to scenarios where you think, you know, I'm just gonna go grab something real quick at the grocery store. I'm just gonna hop out in my car and go somewhere real quick. I'm gonna leave my gun behind because I don't feel like dealing with the uncomfortable nature of in the waistband carry. So for me, that's why I choose to pocket carry. I can carry that gun in my pocket comfortably 100% of the time and never feel like I even have to consider leaving it at home. And while I'm out and about, it's in my pocket and it's not, you know, not a factor for me. It's comfortable and I don't have to deal with it being an issue like I would if it was in the waistband. And personally for me, I think there's advantages to carrying in the pocket versus carrying in the waistband. Carrying in the waistband, you cannot have your finger and your hand on the gun unless you've drawn the gun from the holster. With a pocket carry scenario, you can actually have, if it's a hoodie and you got your gun in your pocket, or if you got a jacket with your gun in your pocket, or even if it's in your pants pocket, you can have your hand, you know, on that gun and actually fire from in the pocket if you have to, or, you know, quickly draw and you can fire from a pocket carry scenario. Whereas, you know, and that's speaking to the fact that you could be in a dark parking lot or, you know, somewhere where you don't feel comfortable and you want to be ready, just have that little extra edge of being ready with your hand on your gun. It's a lot easier to do with pocket carry than it is within the waistband carry. In the waistband carry, you have to pull your shirt up and get it out of the way and pull that gun out of the holster to be able to even think about accessing it. And you have to really commit in knowing that you're doing that, which is going to expose the gun and expose you for what you're intending to do. Whereas if you're pocket carrying, you can have your hand on that gun and feel like you're ready to go without having to ever even reveal that you have a gun. So there's advantages to not carrying in the waistband. Good coffee. So the moral of the story for this video is that you don't have to believe everything everyone says online. If you're new to guns, new to firearms, like I was a few years ago, a lot of people are going to pressure you into thinking that the only true proper way of carrying a gun is in the waistband, in front, you know, appendix carry, and, you know, that might be work for some people, and maybe, you know, try it out. Maybe you'll like it. But for me, I can't stand it because it's uncomfortable, it's unrealistic in the hotter months, and honestly, I don't like the tactical disadvantage it gives you when you can't put your hand on that gun and be ready to go in a scenario where you're feeling uncomfortable without having to actually fully commit to exposing the gun. In general, when it comes to firearms, when it comes to anything in life, but especially firearms, everything is an extremely personal choice with personal taste involved and putting things into practice on your own. You know, test things out, see what it's like for you and the way you plan on carrying and for the purposes you plan on carrying a firearm. And you'll find out real quick what works for you, and that's all right. You don't have to listen to all the people out there that are judging you and telling you to do something a certain way just because it's, you know, what everyone says to do. But all right, that's going to do it for this video today. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Again, my name is Chad. This is the Hopeful Homestead. And if you feel like sticking around, there's a video right here all about why I pocket carry a snub-nose revolver. So go check that out, and I'll see you over in that video. Thanks, guys.